everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. So it's Saturday, May 30th, and it's cold. Nice, brisk morning. Okay, getting right into this. So the Floyd murder, Minneapolis, there are riots all over the place, all right? So I'm going to play a little clip here from the Young Turks, and I'll talk a little bit afterwards. So the rioting is not good. And what you're going to hear, and I see it online from the right, see, these protesters, they're burning the cities down, it's their fault. No. What causes? Like, no one likes it. It's bullshit. And again, as Yank Unker said, we've seen this before a million times. Let's go back to 93 and the Rodney King. You know, we know what it is, and it's awful. But let me just play this and I'll talk for a minute. And I'll tell you about my personal experience with racism within the police department. You say that there isn't, you're fucking stupid and you're full of shit. I have a martial arts background. I've been training my whole life, jiu-jitsu, mixed martial arts, all that stuff. Many of the guys there are cops, you know. I'd say like 30-40% of the people who take martial arts, especially, you know, like jiu-jitsu, a lot of them are cops. Even though, unfortunately, these fucking loser cops can't fight. You see that guy? That skinny little spaghetti arms, a big pot belly, hitting Floyd? That's fucking dog shit. You don't know how to fight. And then he put the knee on neck, which is lethal, cut the blood supply off to his head. He murdered him on camera. Plain and simple. All right, let me play this and I'll talk for a minute. Ready? Here we go.
All right, not good news tonight. We've got significant protests all across the country. Good portion of Minneapolis is on fire. We've had shots fired at a Black Lives Matter protest in Denver. It's unclear who fired the shots. You've got confrontations with cops and protesters in New York. It's all over the country. And in Minneapolis, well, you know, it started as a protest, and in the daytime it was very peaceful. But at night, at 10 p.m. local time, folks took over the 3rd Precinct police station and lit it on fire. Another protester was run over by a black SUV in a different city. We will have all pictures and videos for you guys in our normal live show at 6 o'clock Eastern tomorrow, right here, tyt.com/live or youtube.com/tyt.
This was taped yesterday, by the way.
So I know what's going to happen next. It's already happening online, which is the right wing then blames African Americans.
Yes.
And I've seen this movie 1,000 times.
That's what I just said.
If you're upset by riots, you should be. But the people you should be most upset at are the people who caused it.
That's exactly what I said.
Who are the people who caused it? Well, it's the politicians who absolutely positively refuse to fix policing in this country. We have seen now countless black men who were unarmed killed right in front of our eyes. Now, we had hundreds, thousands of them die over decades in this country when we didn't see it. Now, every black person in the country would tell you the police, well, nearly every black person, I think there's 2 or 3 people who are Republicans still, and even half of them would probably tell you this. The police abuse African Americans nonstop, have been doing it for decades, in fact, centuries in this country. And everybody in power is like, nope, I don't believe you. I believe the police. I believe the people in power. I don't believe African Americans. They're all lying. Millions of African Americans.
It's such fucking bullshit, man. I know. I've seen. Listen, police officers, they have the hardest job in the world. I get that. And most of them are good. Like, most of the time they do their job and they're respectful, and it's the hardest job in the world. Who knows if you're going to make it, right? Nobody wakes up in the morning and says, I'm going to kill someone. But there are some bad people who get high on that power, all right? There's an extraordinary amount of power with these police officers. And they're not fucking rocket scientists. They're blue-collar guys, basically, most of them, right? You know, smart guys, some smart, like street smart, you know. There's some cops who are well-read, you know, but most of them are good. And then people are hung up on this power thing, you know. I mean, this guy. Let's face it, knee on neck. There's a jujitsu move. Actually, Joe Rogan was talking about that. There's a move called knee on belly, and it's the bone. Like you put the if you want to control someone, you put your knee on the center of his belly, and the guy's not going to move, and it's so fucking unbelievably painful, and you have all your weight down, right? So nobody puts it on. Every once in a while, as Joe talks about it, like a dick will, as he's passing, he's trying to, go from side control, maybe mount, get a better position. He might be a douchebag and put his knee on your neck, and you're like, hey, dude, like, what the fuck? You're cutting the blood supply off to your brain. It's a lethal move. So anyway, this scrawny little piece of shit with spaghetti arms is hitting him, Floyd. It's doing nothing, and he's pissed, and it's racism. That's all there is to it. All right. So I'm almost 6 minutes. I've seen it. Guys I've worked out with for years who are kind of like, I know them, but they'll use the N word in front of me, like they think, oh, I'm a white guy. It's like, dude, it's fucking gross, man. And the thing is, every cop that I know, even the good ones, they profile. They absolutely do. So if you're a Republican who say there's no profiling, you're just full of shit. By the way, profile is not necessarily a bad thing. You want to save your life. I mean, listen, that's another whole other video. It's information. You're not going to just toss it, right? Okay. On that note, good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Very sad times. Fucked up. A crazy, psychotic president. Global pandemic. The economy's in the shit. Great Depression levels. This going on. There's election in November. It's fucking crazy. 2020.